welcome back to again. Hi everyone, welcome back to Ask Apple. Together with me here is our very supportive boss from Australia, Boss Jaz. Hi, boss.
Hello, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy 2024.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you're here in the Philippines right now. How is it so far?
So far, so good. They've not asked me to try balut, so that's good.
Is this your first time in the Philippines?
I think it's the third time.
Third time.
So pre-COVID, I think in 2019, I did visit it. And that's where they tried to ask me to try balut. So one time is enough.
One time is enough.
That's enough.
Okay.
It's good enough.
How did you find the Philippines now after COVID?
I think the traffic is still the same. So there's no change in the traffic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the only thing. But I think with Philippines, I think because I grew up from Indonesia,
Yeah.
so it's a bit similar.
Similar.
So it's like when you come here, it's actually like coming back home. So it's all right. It's good. So
It
far.
feels home for you.
Yes, it is. It is.
That's
It is.
nice.
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyway, for everyone's here watching us, Boss Jaz is also a registered migration agent.
Yes.
Right? And so far, for Australia right now, boss, are there a lot of students who likes to migrate in Australia?
Yes, there is still a lot. So I think it's a lot of international students when they choose Australia as a study
Yeah.
destination. One of it, of course, is because there's the temporary graduate visa,
Yes.
which is the 485.
Yeah.
That allows them to study, complete, and then stay
Yeah.
and work. The other one, of course, is the migration possibility,
Yeah.
where there's some skill shortages, especially during COVID.
Yeah.
There's a lot of some occupation where it's skill shortages, and that's where people are considering to study that and then migrate, hopefully.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, Boss Jaz, what are the most in-demand courses right now in Australia in terms of migration?
All right. One of it, of course, is the early child teacher.
Oh.
So the early child teaching is currently quite popular because then they can then nominate early child teacher as a occupation to then get their PR under the skilled migration. The other one would, of course, nursing, which is very popular in the Philippines.
Of course.
It's still very popular and it's still very shortages of nurse. There's others at the moment, I think other popular one that some students would consider are social work, quantity survey, computer science and ICT is still popular as well.
Yeah.
And some allied health like occupational therapy, speech pathology, medical laboratory science. Those are also a few quite popular programs that some students would consider doing as well.
I see.
And of course, the more general one are engineering.
Yeah.
One of it as well.
I
Yes.
see. And
Yeah.
all of our, most of our partner institutions offer those courses.
Yes. I think most of the university in Australia do offer those courses.
Yeah.
And of course, some of the allied health, some universities, but like engineer, IT, nurse, most of the university in Australia do offer those courses and those programs.
That's nice. How about what is the best area or state that students can migrate in Australia?
Good questions.
Yeah.
Well, of course, depending, again, of course, I guess depending on the students, there are a few factors that student will look into.
Yeah.
At the moment, of course, Adelaide and Perth is a popular study destination, especially I think with WA government promoting study in Perth recently, and I think there's some scholarships that the WA government is offering. So yeah, I could say Perth is now very popular, and of course Adelaide as well. Yes.
Yeah, I see. There's also like Study Adelaide.
Correct. Yes, Study Adelaide also does a very good, campaign to promote Adelaide as a study destination.
Is there any age limit in Australia to migrate?
If they are going through or going under the general skilled migration, yes, they got to be under 45 years old.
Okay.
But that's under the general skilled migration.
I see.
Yes, where most international students would look at when they come over or go over to Australia to study. Yes.
Okay. That's nice. How soon can a student apply for a post-study work visa?
Okay. How soon? Normally, of course, first they'll need to complete their degree first.
Okay.
So they'll need to complete their qualification. The universities confirm that they've completed. And if they have their IELTS or PTE already, then they can start preparing. And they have to remember they have to make sure that they apply before their current student visa expire.
Okay.
So that's very important.
Okay.
Yeah. Requirement, of course, one of the requirement is you need to meet the Australian study requirement, which is the 2-year studies requirement. Yeah. The other one is the English, which is IELTS or PT is recognized for that. Others would, of course, be they need to have police check done in the Australian Federal Police, medical checkup or health examination. They have to do all this. Then they can then apply for the temporary graduate visa, which is the post-study work.
Post-study work.
Yes.
Okay. So students who graduate bachelor's degree, they can also do post-study work permit?
Yes, correct. So if student goes over and do bachelor and they've at least studied 2 years, which is the meeting the Australian study requirement, yes, they then can apply for the post-study work visa as well.
I see.
Yes.
But how can AUG help our Filipino students in terms of migration?
So of course, one thing is to speak or to book an appointment and speak with with our counselor in AUG Manila. When it has relation or when it's related to migration inquiries, they'll then contact me, which is I'm one of the registered migration agent. They can then help you book a one-on-one consultation. Nowadays, you can do via Zoom. So even though if I'm not in Manila or in the Philippines, again, contact our AUG Manila team. They'll then be able to contact me to book in a one-on-one with the Zoom consultation.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Boss Jaz. Okay, and for our counseling sessions, it's all for free, especially if it is a student visa.
Yes, correct.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Boss.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really appreciate that you're here in Manila, and it's nice to see you in
Yep.
person at last.
Yes, finally, yes.
Finally, yes.
Yes, and hopefully to be back again soon.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Boss.
Thank
you so
you.
much, everyone. Again, this is your Counselor Apple, and this is #AskApple. Bye.
Bye.